Shalom everybody, this is Daniela. I was just watching a video from Watchmen Reports, a sister who, I believe she runs that channel, I'm not sure, but her and her husband make videos for that channel. And I agree with her 100%. I believe that the blame goes up and down the middle. And what I'm talking about is the case with the Cincinnati Zoo. I live in Ohio. I've never been to the Cincinnati Zoo before because I'm sorry, I don't know why that picture popped up, but the zoo here in Columbus is like one of the best zoos in the nation. And it's way better than the Cincinnati Zoo. And the reason why I agree with her 100%, I believe that the blame should be put on the parents. Well, the parent that was there, which was the mother, and then also the zoo, because here in Columbus, in the Columbus Zoo, our gorilla enclosure is closed off with fencing. In one section they have glass, like very thick, bulletproof glass. And I mean, most of our enclosures are safe. Like, I mean, there is no way children would be anywhere near the damn animal because, like, they have, proper fencing and stuff like that. So I believe with it being that damn easy for a child to fall into a damn animal enclosure, the zoo is definitely at blame. They have 50% of the blame. Of course, they don't get the whole blame because the mother is also responsible. She's responsible. She should have been keeping her eyes on her fucking kids. They said that she had 4 kids with her. Okay, I can understand that's a hassle. But where the fuck is the dad at? You know what I'm saying? From what I see in the photos of her, she has they're not married because they don't have the same last name, but she has her boyfriend, fiance, whoever he is, in the same damn household. Why was she the only one there with 4 children? That shit doesn't make any damn sense to me. And I can understand how 4 children having, 4 children that seem to, because the kid was 4 years old. I can understand that child having a lack of self-control because it's a child. It's a very young child. So I really don't want to blame the children at all because they're just being children. And that's what a lot of these fucking racists fail to realize. A lot of these racists right here who build these fucking petitions and these fucking web pages to try to convict the mother, try to get some charges trumped up on the mother for negligence and all this other stuff. So I do believe it's the mother's fault because she should have had a better handle on her children. I can understand because from when one of the witnesses said that the mother, she was like yelling at her other kids, while the other kids said that he wanted to go and play in the water. He got across the thing, he fell in. So yeah, I can understand that it's hard handling 4 kids. That's why if you're gonna go, at least have your baby father or your boyfriend, fiance go with you, so y'all can have a better handle on your children. Because I can assure you this: if he was there, this whole incident could have been avoided. It's sad that they had to kill the animal because I hate fucking zoos. I hate zoos. It wasn't until I was much older, because even when I was little, I liked going to zoos because I liked seeing the animals, but at the same time I felt bad for the animals. But I didn't really realize how bad zoos were. And over the past couple years that I went like a couple years ago, I realized that this place is nothing more than a damn prison. The only reason why I have went in the past couple years was because my dad, he's in the military, so they have like a Veterans Day where veterans and their fathers can come, and their families can come out and go to the zoo and stuff. And every time we go, we talk about how depressing it is because those places are fucking prisons for animals. That's what they are. So it's sad that that animal had to be killed, but it was necessary. They felt that it was necessary to do it. They felt that if they did with a tranquilizer, even more harm could have came to the child. But a lot of these racist piece of shits out there, they don't give a fuck. It's funny because for a long time I had heard about this story a couple days ago, and for a long time I didn't know what race the child was. I didn't know if the child was black, white. I heard the mother speak, but I couldn't make out what race she was. I wasn't sure if she was white or black or whatever. So for a long time I didn't know what the child was, but I always see in the comment section people saying they instead of shooting a gorilla, they should have shot the chimp. and saying all this racist bullshit. And I didn't really know what the hell they were talking about. I'm like, what are they talking about? She's a chimp. But I kind of had a feeling that had something to do with race. And now I understand why they said that, because when I watched a video, I went to because the sister had mentioned that the child was black. I went and looked at some photos. Yeah, the child was black. I went and looked at the mother. The mother's black, and they were saying that so there's one person said in one of the videos, you should look at the mother. Maybe the child went into there because he thought that the gorilla was his mother, because his mother looked like a gorilla. The mother does not look like a gorilla. She's not, to me, she's not an attractive woman at all. But she does not look like a damn gorilla. And that's just that racist rhetoric. They always want to try to compare black people to apes, when studies show that they're closer related to damn apes than blacks are. I mean, when you look at their lips, like, what's the president's name? George Bush. When you look at him, George Bush Jr., look at his lips. He looks like a fucking ape. They have small lips like apes. They have straight hair like apes. They always like try to compare blacks to apes and stuff like that, but they look more like apes than blacks do. And yeah, I'm not saying that there aren't blacks who don't look like apes, but there's a lot of white people who look like apes also. So it's like, you won't call people apes, primitive, stuff like that, but you guys are partially cavemen. And I have a theory on the whole caveman thing. I believe that cavemen were really just descendants of the fallen angels, demons, giants, stuff like that. Some cavemen were short. There were other ape men that were much bigger than humans and stuff like that. And I believe that Neanderthal DNA is nothing more than demonic DNA. That's why white people have the most bloodiest history. Even though their real history is very short, they have the bloodiest fucking history. And there's a reason why. It's that demonic gene. This is why white people love to eat raw meat, barely cooked meat. They love to have blood in their food, like blood sausage and all this other stuff. Shit. There's even like stories based in Europe, in ancient Europe, where white druids were like in the woods. They'd have like these little blood parties where they would bathe in blood and drink blood of people and animals and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm going way off subject. But it's just sad. It's really sad that that the animal got killed. But at the same time, you have to realize that there was a child's life at stake also. I mean, because we know that the gorilla wasn't trying to harm the child, but the child could have been harmed. You see how the child was being dragged in the water? I know I kind of chuckled at that, but I mean, think about it. That gorilla could have accidentally killed the child, drowned in him. The child could have went unconscious and drowned in the water. I know that gorillas are very friendly creatures, but that was just a very tough situation. And the animal guys, they felt like they made the right decision. And it's a sad loss, but you can't be trying to take this woman's head just because of what happened. Because I can tell you this: if they had that place secured the way they should have it, with fencing, they should at least have like a 6-foot fence go up to keep people from climbing over, or at least like a 6-foot glass pane or panel that goes all around the enclosure, keeping people from climbing up over it. Especially children, because most adults won't climb over it. But most children have that curiosity. They want to get closer, they want to see it, and they do things, that kids do. And if they had a big, tall glass panel going around that enclosure, this would have never have happened. It's just sad because before, like the sister had mentioned, this is not the first time this has happened, and this is not the first time this has happened with a gorilla. There was a child a couple of years ago who fell, a white child who fell in the enclosure with the gorilla. The gorilla basically did the same thing, trying to protect the child. I don't believe that gorilla was shot. They used a different method, but still, it's not the fact that, see, what they're trying to get this woman on, like this page right here, they're trying to get her on negligence, so that's whether, even if the gorilla was alive, they will still try to get her with negligence. But I believe the reason why they're not trying to get her with the other woman with negligence was because the gorilla wasn't shot, and because the child who fell in there was white. The sister made a good point. They were calling to kill that child. There was a lot of comments. You can easily find it. White people like to try to say, they try to use that reverse racism, saying that blacks are racist, but we don't see these type of comments. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you will see white people make their way all the way to black videos to say racist shit. They make their way all the way to black websites to say shit like that. We don't make our way to their websites to say stuff like that because we don't like to waste time like that. But they do that, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of comments where they're saying, oh, they should have shot the child instead. But yet, whenever it's a white child, they never say anything like that. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all because, come on, they're white people. They are the most evil, disgusting piece of shit on the face of this planet. Their time will come. Oh, trust me. And a lot of their time has came. The ones who have passed away already and found out that their God is a black superior being, the most superior being ever to exist. That he is, the Almighty God. Looks just like these Negroes that they hate. It's a lot of them who do know this already. That know that God is black. But I would just love to be that fly in heaven on the heavenly gates or on the wall, wherever they're judged, to see their faces when they find out that the Almighty, powerful God is black. I would love to see that, because they're evil. They're evil, and they know that their history is a lie. But anyways, I digress. Yeah. I mean, just look at this. These people have made petitions on, I think, petition.org. They made petitions to try to have this one prosecuted. They're not trying to have the zoo prosecuted at all. See, that's what's so funny is because they're making these petitions to prosecute the mother, but they're not making any They're not trying to make any petitions to try to prosecute the people who were involved in killing the gorilla, the zoo, and the zoo officials. They're not trying to do anything like that. Another thing too is that on this Facebook page, it's called Investigating Michelle Gregg. They're leaking personal information on these people. They're leaking their home address. Yeah, all type of stuff. Their arrest records, all this stuff. What the fuck does their arrest records have anything to do with this situation? Because we know that a person can be arrested 20 years ago and be a totally different person. They could have been a murderer back then. They could have been selling drugs, all this other stuff 20 years ago. But now they're totally changed people. They're good, upstanding citizens. Yeah, put quotes around that. But anyways, yeah, they could be great people now. So bringing up their criminal past means absolutely nothing. It means shit if they're not doing it no more. But I just think it's so funny how they went this far to do that, to pull up the personal records of these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, the records may be public, whatever, but you went through the work of finding these people's information. Like, that's just fucking stupid. That's dumb as hell. And that just shows you the type of mentality behind these people. That they will drive. They would rather drive the. I bet money if they had the option to kill these people, they would. They would. This is the same thing as a public lynching. This is basically the same thing. These are the same type of people who did those public lynchings back in the 70s, even to this day, because there's still lynchings going on that the media doesn't like to cover. But these are the same people who perform those lynchings. You know, these are the same fucking people. And the sad thing is that they have black people buying into this, saying like, oh yeah, mother's wrong, what she is, you know, but yeah, you should prosecute her, but forget about the zoo. No, just worry about the mother. She's fucked up, she's irresponsible, let's put all her information on blast, let's just talk crap about her baby, they should have killed her. There's white people who are actually buying into this shit. And that's the sad part. That's really the sad part right there. I mean, it's just despicable. A lot of these people are just sick as hell. You know, and it's sad. It really is. And the only way that this world is gonna get any peace, you know, the animals, the trees, the plants, the people, the only way we're gonna get any peace in this world is when Yahushua comes back, aka Jesus Christ, for people who don't know, and not the fake white Jesus Christ or the Israeli Jesus Christ. We're talking about the legit, real Jesus Christ, who was black, who African Americans, Latinos of Native American or Negro descend from. He is our God, and when he comes back, the black man, which archaeology can back up along with the scriptures, when he comes back, that's the only way this world will see any peace and will breathe any sigh of relief. Is when he comes back. Because before then, we're not going to have any fucking peace at all. This world will not know peace. But it's funny because in scriptures it said that the world will rejoice. Even the animals and the trees, the plants will all rejoice when Yahweh Shai comes back. Because that's the only time we will get real peace. That's when he comes back. That's the only time we're going to get any real justice, is when he comes back. And trust me, all you wicked people out there, the righteous, the elect, we will remember you. We will remember you. You know, it's funny because every time when I come across these racist, evil creatures, I praise the Most High that I remember these people in the days when we judge these people. Because I tell you, I'm having no mercy at all. I'm having no mercy. No mercy at all. So anyways, to you brothers and sisters out there in the truth, to Yashala, stay strong. You know, keep your faith strong in the Most High. You know, stick to the word. Study society. Study history, because those are two important things. It's important to read the scriptures and understand what our power, what Yahweh wants us to do. But it's also important to know our history, to know our faults, where we messed up, when these evil people came into power, and to understand what is going on right now. Because, you know, like they say, everything that has happened in the past will happen again. You know, it's a perpetual, you know, cycle that does not stop. You know, there's nothing new under the sun, and that is so true. So that's all I have to say. Kwam Yashala, and Shalom. Shalom.